Well, belly to you too, Maxie. Good morning, guys, gals, and everyone in between. Serenity here, and I'm not in game. They did you dirty hardcore. I'm not in game because I wanted to complain this morning about Roblox. Roblox, what is all this? Now we have an entire sponsored line, so they're trying to make money apparently. And we've got these pick things, which I guarantee are probably paid also. And then we have these recommended for yous, which also probably are money. And then you get your friends, and then you get more recommend for you, and then you finally get to your things. Really? That's just absolutely ridiculous and money grubbing hardcore. Like Roblox does not make enough money. I can guarantee they make money. So that just to me, this irritates me. I mean, it doesn't hurt me to scroll a few. But still, come on. That's just ridiculous. Anyway, at least let us put our favorites up here or something so we don't have to go through all your buy stuff. Yeah, I do the 100 things usually. I didn't this month because I had to pay my house taxes. So, yeah, it was a little tight. But other than that, yeah. So that's my complaint for the day. Come on, Roblox. Do better. Do better. Oh, ooh, did I just push a live server? Oh my. Well, I guess we'll play on a live server till I get fed up. How's that? That'll be fun. That's always fun. Okay. Play. I joined Blue. Oh, that's the person that Illis has been wanting me to meet or talks about. Someone talks about Blue all the time. Is Blue on my friends list? They must be because I joined them. Well, then I must know Blue. Okay, whatever. I did build a little bit last night. I finished up over here. Not finished, but not last night. Oh, that's sweet. I added some steps here and I gave him a television. I decided I was sitting here looking and I'm like, what does, I mean, he's just sitting out here just hanging out with this thing. He still needs his arm. I'll do that in a second. I still think I want it up back here. But we just make it like this and then I'll put some more decoration stuff. I think what I'm going to do is wide stroke this. So now I know what's here and I know I need to put some of these trees and some more bushes and things like that. Why did I move that clear out there? I don't know. That was supposed to remind me over here. Might have been in the way for something and I just manically shoved it away. I think we're going to do... Oh, that's what it was. It was for Gumdrop Pass. It was to remind me that I was going to do these broad strokes. Okay, so these are gumdrops on the ends of these. They don't have the sprinkles, but I like the shape. So I'm going to stick this down in here to remind me. But see, I could use these for something. They do look like eggs, though. They don't really look like gumdrops. I've got to remember those look like eggs. I could use that in something. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is broad stroke things just so I don't get too into details. So this corner looks all done and that corner's not done. That would be bad. So next up on the thing is the gumdrop pass. And I'm not sure. That's going to have to be the board. So it is an actual pass thing. Miriam is helping too much again. Get up in your bed then. Oh, Mimi, go. Not the butt in the face. Thank you. Mama stole your toy. Did she steal your toy? Mamas are mean. I know. I'm sorry. Leah's mama does not share with her. So she's tattling. Yes, I love you. This is Mimi's favorite thing. Mimi likes to stare at your lips and eyes. I don't know why. She's done it since she was a puppy, and this is what she does. She just sits and stares at you, and it's so annoying. What? I am talking to people here. Yes. No, I'm busy. Yes, I love you too. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna do the rain. Sorry, my dogs are hijacking everything. Hi, Pickle. I haven't seen you in a bit. Oh my gosh. She lives. I talked about you yesterday because we went to. Was it yesterday? Yes, because we went and looked at Alice. In fact, we'll show some more houses. I'll show two more houses at the end of this cast today too, so Shelly can see more houses. So for the gumdrop pass, it goes from. I'm going to use that as a gumdrop pass, I think. It goes from jealousy and Gumdrop Mountains. See the Peppermint Forest, Gumdrop Mountains into a Lollipop Woods, and then into the Silver Lake. Okay, this is so hard. Are you sure we want to do Candyland? That's how I'm feeling right now. Okay, let's get this large. Yay! Kiddo at the schools are great. Let's make this chair. You know, you can use that as a sign sometime too. Actually, duh. We're going to use it as a sign now. Let's make that the gumdrop pass sign because it's gumdrops. Okay, look at that. It's already got stupid bug where it sticks to your thing drives me nuts. Okay, so like that. Now it looks like an overpass sign. I love it. Okay, let's turn that sideways. It's got that stupid shadow bug on it, but I can get rid of that with some lights. That's so annoying because those are more pieces that I wouldn't have to use. Oops. Hey, Blue. Let's see. Let's make this because the if you look at the board, it comes. We're gonna start here in the middle of the gingerbread tree, so we're gonna have to wind back, I think. So we're gonna start here. So we're gonna have to loop it back, go this way with it, and then um, go this way with it, and then it's gonna go up and down the edge of the thing, and then it's gonna have to come back. But our tree is here, but that's also Lord Licorice. We gotta have a mean place here too. Huh. Black licorice. Yuck. Not my favorite. Does anybody here like black licorice? I certainly don't. I think this is too tall. I think I got a little happy making it smaller, and I forgot that Lord Licorice needs to exist back there. Right? Lord Licorice. Yeah, because King Candy's at the top then. And she's off to the side a little bit. The Lollipop Woods can be back there, but I think Lord Licorice needs to be like right here. Maybe a cave. What do you think? A cave? I think that's. You think? I think a cave. Lord Licorice. I know it says. What does it say he's in? Lord Licorice in the Licorice Forest, but I think he can be in a Licorice Forest cave. That's how I feel. Larry! Oh my goodness. We get to see Larry once in more than 2 weeks? Wow. Did your parents let you out today? Hey, Larry. Okay. Cave. Let me think for a minute. Brain working. I can feel it. I think we're going to do a bowl. Let's make a cute cave, but it's cute and scary. Um, for concave objects like that, that we actually kind of have to go in because I'm going to put him a little bit in there and I want him in a cave. I use bowls because they're easy. I want the cave needs to also be straight behind the. Oh, is she destroying over there? Leah Rose, don't be a turd. And yes, my dogs have middle names because they are my children. So sorry. I actually had someone that got offended because I gave my dogs middle names. I know. I'm like, What? She's like, that's a dog. I'm like, excuse me, that's my child. No, my dogs are my children. If you met them, you'd understand they are not like dogs. Except for Leah. Leah's a butt. Let's see. So let's do this. Now we got to make it bigger. I lined it up with the center. And let's make it a gray, but I wanted a kind of like a purpley warm gray. Yep, that's a good gray right there. Kind of like, I always see that purpley warm gray as like an elephant color. Like, that's my go-to elephant gray. It's just a good thing. Ooh, yes, yes. I think this is going to do just fine. Okay, so you know how I said that I was not going to do the board till last? Now I'm beginning to think if I'm thinking that's kind of a bad idea because if I build these, I'm not leaving space for the board. Oh, but the board can go up and over. It doesn't have to be on the ground. In fact, it wasn't going to be on the ground. Never mind then. Just ignore me while I talk randomly and somehow you're entertained by it. Okay. I think now I could leave it like this and just have it like, I mean, make it looks like a bowl though. I have some ideas though. First one I'm going to try, because you know we do a lot of trying here, is just kind of trying to move it more into a sphere. So we're going to take this like that. This is how I made the Pac-Man house. Bowls fit inside each other fairly well, and so you can keep going. You can get it to be a almost a full circle. You can have just that. You can use that for any time you have something that has an open mouth. You can, and you want to do teeth or whatever, you can use that. That can, if you watch this side here, if you just start sliding it, it will, you can get it to be like pretty closed. It's amazing. So bowls are your friends. They're the only way you're ever going to have a ball that you can go inside of, other than using a balloon that you walk through the side. So see, you could get, if you look at that right there, you can get quite a bit. You could go all the way almost. So that's, I like these. But I think maybe that with some falling down things. Maybe, yeah, that's a nice, it's nice and dark in here. Put some licorice. Let's do that. Okay, first let's look what we have for trees. I like to look first before I make because, oops, trees. I like to look first because it reminds me what I want to do, gives me ideas. And if I can use their pre-made trees over me making a tree, I save pieces. So I know if I look at the picture, it looked like the licorice. And I remember, whoa! This is not copyright free music. This is loud. No, stop. This is not copyright free music. Stop! 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 Oh, it says it is. That's supposed to be lo-fi. All the feels is what that's called. That is not all the feels. That's all the bleeding ears is what that was for me. Let's turn that down a little bit more. Okay, I'm getting confused by these copy-free. Okay. For a minute, that sounded like something that was, it still sounds like a song I know, so I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'm just recognizing another one. Okay. I wonder, did you know this tall island tree lit up? I guess I didn't remember that it did. Oh, that's cool. I'll remember that for later. That's why it's so expensive. I was kind of thinking, I'm looking at the trunk, but what I'm looking at the trunk for is why couldn't we use it to make funky licorice? And by doing this and doing it upside down. Let's see. You know, I'm playing, but I'm starting to like the groove from this. Actually, now it looks like a guy yelling and he's got his little arm sticking out. Like, hey! Sorry. You know me. Okay, let's try changing this to a licorice black. So, oh, that's funny. When did that happen? Did you notice the tree's upside down in the preview? Is that new? Because I really don't remember that happening. Okay, that's got to be new, doesn't it? Okay, we got to do a black, but it's got to be a black licorice, and that's always just gross. Sorry. If you love licorice, I apologize, but I find black licorice just gross. Maybe we'll just do the black licorice like straight up, almost super black. Yeah, because you know what? It doesn't. Oh, there it changed. Oh, yeah, we're on a live server. I forgot. Okay, so let's see. What happens if I. That's usually what happens, and then I ruin something. Let's try a purple. Okay, now what happens? Oops, I forgot to clone it first. Clone. it's it's not Monday even. It feels like Monday. I'm so sorry, people, that you've come to listen to me be stupid today. Okay. I might be able to do it. So what I thought might happen. Now, if I can get this, I haven't changed the size. If I can get this to line up right, I think I can get those stripes all the way down. That's really cool looking anyway. Look at that. It looks like a alien plant. I would have loved that if I would have known that for Avatar. So what I'm seeing is purple on this side, black on that side. So that tells me that that is this axis here somewhere that is messed up. So I'm going to see if it's, let's put this down in small actually. And do this. Nope, it's not that one. So let's undo it. Click this one and let's try this one. Yep, is that one. But it's not that twist. What it is it's just this, I think. That's what's going on. I twisted it. I don't know how to use this. Like, I want to. Doesn't it feel like this would be really neat? Like, I can make some really cool licorice leaves up here. Like, oh, like, oh, sorry for the sound effects. Well, I'm going to use it regardless. I don't care. I'm going to use it. You can't not let me use it. Okay, so we're going to do that. Let's just do different shades of those. I think that will work. Okay. Let's make some bigger ones. Always got to have big and little. Can't have the same size ever. Oh, not on small. Or it will look dumb and weird and bad. All those things all at once. Okay, maybe not bad. Why do I say bad? That's such a bad judgment. That's such a poor judgment. It's passing judgment on a build that nobody's done yet. That's silly. You know, I could make these leaves different. You're not going to be able to tell that. Well, they will be centered around that. I was kind of thinking I could use those leaves to stick out and use them as a little bit of ground clutter. What did I just push? Stop editing. Stop the GPS. There we go. So let's take these and push them down in here a little bit. Some more. I'm still digging it. I don't know why. There's something about this I'm liking. But it's not there yet. It's going to be, though, I promise. This is going to be cool when I'm done. I will get this working. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now what? I know. No, I did. I figured it out, I think. Maybe. If they were straight, not frazzled. I guess these are moving that way. The top could be straight licorice pieces. Let's try that. Let's, on the licorice over here, I used, stuff. I do think that's a good idea, though, to go back on the idea of why I'm wandering around and wandered away from the mint so quickly. I can do that arm. You watch me do one arm. All I have to do is copy it and put it across the back. That's not a big deal. And I'll probably put little ball fingers on him, which I might go finish one hand. Let's go show you hands first. I know ADHD. I apologize. Um, and then I can leave him without feeling like I've left you hanging. And I can finish this around here. I'm going to put some sort of, sorry for the dog butt sitting on my keyboard. I'm going to put something to cover up the back of his jukebox, some sort of plant, I think. I'll figure it out. But I think he looks good like that. I like just a little bit of hair. I like it where it's like he's got just a little tuft of hair. He's like just this little weirdo. I'm really happy with his face. I'm doing faces better than I've ever done them. And I know that sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm going to brag on this one. His face looks good. I'm really proud of it. And the king's face looked really good too. It's just like, and it's okay to brag. It is good. I did well on this. And if you did well, tell people you did well. There's nothing, false modesty, that kind of stuff. It's just kind of annoying anyway. I did well. This is better than I usually do. So I want to say I did well. It's okay to say that. And I want you guys to say that too. If you do well, don't be ashamed to say it. Be proud of the stuff you do because it's hard work and we don't get paid to build these houses, not real life money. Uh, and we're doing it for fun. And so if we want to hear that we did well on something, we might as well hear it from ourselves. If you're happy with it, then that's all that really, really matters. Now, of course, most art you do is for other people to look at. And I'm only going to give him 3 fingers. Um, just because we cartooned him up a little bit so we can get away with only the 3 fingers, and that saves 2 pieces. But save him where you can. So that's all I'm going to do for his hand. 3 little balls, 1 little ball. And you know what? It passes for a hand very easily. If you wanted to make his fingers longer, if you wanted to make him look lankier, you could use just a couple extra balls for each one. You don't need it. This is Adopt Me. I gave him Adopt Me eyes. He can have Adopt Me fingers. It all fits in. You don't have to go super fancy realistic. Although, I'm kind of thinking, how cool would it to be try to make an ultra realistic, like, little area, like with something, I don't know, either a farm or a woods, but just make all the flowers look real. Try to make them look as real as possible. That would be a challenge for me. I might try that sometime. We'll have to see. But right now I make everything look like it belongs in Adopt Me because that's the game we're playing. Squishy, have you been following me this whole time? I'm sorry, Squish. Goodbye. That's why I kept pushing GPS. So that's what we got. We will need to, I'll have to put lots of ground covering, make this look very pepperminty, and we will. But we're on to Lord Licorice. I showed you how to make a hand, just so you know that what I was doing. It's so easy. Hands scare people so much. They terrify people because they are, in fact, I could probably do this a little bit more too. There you go. So you can see better. Um, But you don't have to be that scared about hands. You've got 2. You can look at one of them. Okay, see, now that black says it's red. It is wrong. I want to purple black. Purple black. There we go. Somewhere around. Boy, is that some music. Dubstep suddenly. I'm feeling very energetic suddenly. If someone doesn't start a rave, I'm going to be upset. Get out the glow sticks. Okay, let's see about... Wonder how I can make this look like a licorice tree. So we've got that purple. Now let's clone it and give it a true black. And then give it the twist. And then remember the ends glitch, and I don't want that for sure. So I'm going to pull it up. I want the black ends. There we go. So now we have a semi piece of licorice. This is what we're using for passing for licorice these days. And I think it does. Can't you see like a whole bunch of these frond kind of things sticking out there? That could be licorice. Maybe one that falls over. I wonder how it can do one that falls over. Let's think. I could use a ring. Let's see what... I know a ring doesn't sound like it work, and a ring that really doesn't sound like it'll work in my head. But for some reason, my hand wants a ring, and I don't... Oh, no, it wants a curved doorway. Oh, no, but that's not round, and I can't make it striped. Poopy. My hand was wrong. Wrong. Okay. Oh, no, see, I do recognize these songs, because I know this song suddenly, and this comes on that channel. Okay, so I am just recognizing the copyright-free music now. Fun. So each one of these is 2, which is sad for the piece count, but it's what hand we've been dealt making licorice. Now, do I want to make them all the same size? Do I want to make them bigger and smaller? Yes. Do I want them to make them bigger and smaller this way? What do you think? Yes, he's evil and funky. I think this is looking evil and funky. What do you think? Let's put some more stuff in here. Let's make one that's really big. It doesn't... This is the... He's a... Lord Licorice is a dark area. I assume he's evil. I don't know. He isn't on my board. If you wear black and call yourself Lord Licorice, you're going to be the evil villain on my Candyland board. Sorry. Okay. Let's... Boy, this dubstep's heavy. Okay. Can I see that? There we go. I think I'll put a lot more sticking out there, but that's what I'm going to do for those. But we don't have to sit and watch me. Well, maybe we do. Let me think about it. I'm okay with it. It does have an organic feel, and I think if I put more sticking out here, I think it's going to look good. We're going to have to proof the pudding here. Does anybody know what the means to the proof is in the pudding? It has to do with the way the old puddings... It's an English term. It doesn't have to do with what we call pudding. It has to do with British pudding, which is a, like, desserts. They used to... I believe it has to do with the one... No, I was more asking if anybody remembers, but I think it has something to do with coins. Or, I don't remember what it is. I'll remember. If I don't, I'll look it up and tell you. But since I said it, now I gotta know. So if I'll have to look it up for tomorrow probably. But, you know, I gotta teach you something. And if I don't know it, then I'm gonna teach myself too. These are looking decent. I don't hate it. Do you hate it? For a dark evil forest-ish? Don't hate it. I kind of like it. Okay. This cave, what would we have? It's a licorice cave. I think we can actually use some of these peppermint discs as licorice also. Because, you know, they do have those licorice, basically licorice discs. Let me make everything licorice. Gross. Let's just copy these colors right here. There's one black. Oh, I didn't copy my other colors over today either. I think as soon as I get... I really, really want to start Lord Licorice. You have no idea. So I'm kind of... If I feel like I'm rushing right now, I am rushing a little bit right now. Because I really want to get to Lord Licorice. But I want to proof that this is going to work before I start building him. But I think this will work. What if... Did I clone that one? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm thinking make these like paving. Maybe make this a little bit smaller. That music will keep me awake. It's doing its purpose. Whoa, wait, whoa, whoa! I gotta see that. What is going on? I don't know, but I love it. Whoa. I don't know what I'm going to use that for, but it's amazing. Look at that. It's like you could do like a dance floor out of that. What if you changed the colors on that one? Let's lighten it up a little bit. Um, just random colors. What happens? Oh, wow! That is insane. I do not give pets away to people who ask. We run contests here. That's really neat. I love that. We run contests here so you can earn pets. Uh, this week's contest is to build a house inspired my Candyland house, and the person who wins it gets 10,000 in-game dollars. So, did I clone this? Yes, I did. That's what started the whole thing. Um, it needs to be inspired by Candyland. It has to have a cupcake in it that I've made, and then one of your own confections. And it can be a tiny home. It doesn't have to be a big giant house like mine. It can be a small one. And then we're going to grade them on Friday, and then Night will help me award the winners. So that's all you got to do. Build a beautiful house. Doesn't have to be perfect. My grading sheet, I'm an actual teacher. It's going to be based on effort, not on looks. I mean, looks are part of it, but I want to see that you did some effort, because I do know we've got a lot of good builders on here, and I don't want you sitting on your laurels just because you're good at it. I want to see that you did some hard work, because building is hard work sometimes, and for $10,000, it better be. That's half a house to me, so get to building peoples. That'll be so fun. I did promise to share my matrix. I didn't make it this weekend. I will do it today after I get off the line. Shelly, will you remind me to make a matrix today? And then that way I will share it on Discord. If you go to Discord and sign up, that way you can see what the grading areas are, so you know what areas to concentrate on. If you want to work that way, you're welcome to. I like this funky licorice area so far. This is good, but I think the pink floor is just not going to do it. And I know we just pepperminted over there, but I'm falling in love with this table so hardcore. It just looks amazing. And now I really like that funky. Could I use that funky floor here? Could I do that thing? Could I? Okay. Gonna slide this over here. Ooh. Look at that. And it fits in there so nice. Now what happens if I clone it? Clone. And now I just spin it. Oh, I'm not going to lie. I know it looks messy, but I do like it. It makes it look like scary. Kind of look at that. Doesn't that look kind of cool? I'm going to leave it until I have a seizure. Because I really like it. Like, everywhere you go, it gives it a different look. And I'm wondering how it look with a little bit of light on him, but I'm not going to put the light yet. I want the inside of this to be dark. This is going to be stupid easy. All you do is clone it. Change the color to whatever color you want. I'm going to do not the black. I know I said I always use black for the inside of the caves, but this is licorice. I might lie. I might do black. I'm looking at this right now and seeing. No, I like that actually. think I like that. Now, if I wanted this to be the light color gray on the edge here, which I'm kind of thinking I do, I can make this small enough to fit inside of there and then just slide it out that way. And we lose a little bit of cave that way, but it also, that looks better, I think. And we can do the same thing up here. Clone it, shrink it, change the color, and then just pull that one also down. There we go. There we go. Now I could work on trying to line this up with the other one so you could get it to it's where it's a nice even circle and get it pushed in and do that, but I'm not going to. I kind of like that ridge up there. I don't know why, but I'm liking it. Okay, so I want things hanging down. I know what I'm going to do, and I know it. We got to stick with candy, but I'm thinking our lovely little favorite plant that came in the Queenslander, so I'll just look new. Queenslander. I want this one because it hangs, and I use this a lot in Avatar. I use it a lot in everything. It's a nice plant. We're going to change the bottom to the purple whatever. The plant itself, we're going to use these colors. And let's do secondary, the black. There we go. And let's see what that looks like. And of course it's dark, so. And my rule is never to do colors at night. Okay. I think I'm going to need to make this one jet black so it sticks out in front of the other. So it was either, they have to have the word, oops, what did I do out here? They need to contrast. That's always the big thing. It's important. That's what I did. Oh, I'm on large. That's part of the problem. There we go. Now stick that up. Just, nope, not to there. It's got to go away. I could put another bowl, and I may, but for right now I'm going to not. I'm still worried a little bit about piece numbers. Okay, so we've got this. I think I really want it bigger. Like this. Now we got shove its planter in there. Okay, we're gonna have to wait till day. I can't see. Okay. Now we need to put Lord Licorice. So let me look at Lord Licorice. Where are you, Lord Licorice? Oops. He's got boots. Oh, he has red vines for part of his shirt too. Oh, clever. I hadn't thought of putting red vines over here too. I love the little curly cues, but there's no getting curly cues in this game stinketh. The worst. I could do, oh, I know how we could get a little bit of curly cues. We can use the candy spiral, the one spiral in the game that works well. Let's do some blacks of those. Not medium, small. Oh, I want this much bigger anyway. I feel like it's gonna pull together. I feel it coming. It's gonna work. I just gotta work on it a little bit. Okay, so this needs to be black. Let's make that one real black. And put it back where it belongs. Lately that's been happening. When I change the color, it changes where the piece sits. I don't understand, and I blacked the wrong thing, of course. That's okay. Oh, I do like that black there. Okay, so let's do some more of those. I feel like he's a spiral kind of guy. Hey, Bina, did I miss you? When did it say you came in? 39. Okay, I only missed you 5 minutes. Good day, ma'am. Or actually, good evening to you. How are you doing? Look at this cool thing I did with the peppermint disc things. I hate it and I love it at the same time. It's like a crazy disco floor of licorice discs. I don't know what to do with it, but I like it and I'm leaving it till I get tired of it. Okay, I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. Never have things the same size because then it looks silly. Okay, make another one. 3 is always my magic number. See, I changed the color and it changed where it was. It's so silly. That's a new bug. I haven't had this happen. I'm pretty good. Candyland is doing me in. It's making me hungry all the time. Come on, there we go. Let's put this one. Ooh! 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 I had an idea. Look at this. We'll just make the spirals connect. And then they'll look different than the other spirals. Nice. I like those. Like that. I just realized using that, you could make a cleft music note. Has anybody done that before? We take this piece now and then it goes down through here to make the cleft part of it? I hadn't realized that. And this almost already looks like the C. So if anybody's making a music house, there's how to do that. Well, fun. Okay. See? Find things out. All you got to do is play. That's all it is. Let's do some of them like that, some of them like this. So let's spin this one and make it a different size. There. Yeah, that's looking. This is my Lord Licorice's lair. That was alliteration. Lord Licorice's lair. Say that one 3 times fast. See? Still doing it. That's a funky bug. I don't like that bug. Just because I clone or change colors doesn't give you the right to change where you are. Okay. There. I feel like this one needs to be bigger. I also just got an idea from that too. Let's try. These chairs are so versatile. I like it a lot. I feel like that. There needs to be another one of the S ones. So let's put this one here. Okay, I kind of like this song. I do like dubstep. Oh, now look at that. Oh. Oh. How many of those could you do? No, I did. Oh, yes, I did. It's beautiful. I did see your thing. That's kind of cool, too. Don't know what I'd use it for, but it's cool. Uh, oops. Undo. 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 Okay, I was doing something wonky and then I got it distracted. Yes, it's gorgeous. You guys did such a nice job. He is completely spoiled. Yes, it was very, very pretty. He has an obsession with diamond butterflies I don't understand. He and Larry both. It's like become an obsession. I feel like that should have been more this way. So that's going to require me moving this. Like, ooh! I could do things like that too. I forgot about that. Well, fun. Let's. gonna sit down and play with those spirals one day and just see all the different things I can make, because I feel like they're so versatile. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen that one either. It needs another one like right here. Do you see that where it needs that? It needs another little one right here, and maybe another one right here. That's what my eye says, and I've learned to trust my eye. It knows what it's talking about or looking at. Yep, it needed that. And let's clone this one. I love the black spirals. That, even though we can't make the spirals behind him that were in that picture, this gives it the same flavor, I think. And that's kind of all you can do in this game. It needs another little one. A little one right here, a teeny one though. That's not teeny. I'm on small, that's why. Keep going. You can do it. I believe in you. Keep going. There we go. Smaller they are, the harder they are to sink into the ground. That's all I can say. There we go. There. Isn't that looking fun? Oh, needs one more. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to keep buying chairs. This whole ground is going to be covered with spires by the time I'm done. Aw, that's so sweet. This piece is bothering me a little bit. But I think I'll leave it until Lord Licorice is done, and then I'll see what it needs. Right now, it looks kind of like a helmet. I need to keep getting this less helmety. Rock, stone, rock. I hate the big island rock because it's got those flowers on it and makes it look so kitschy. I don't use it that often, although that's kind of a lie. I use it when I need a different type of rock, I'll use it. Let's put sink some rocks in here. Thinking it needs to, yeah, be like part of the cave. Something like that. Let's change the color though, and I'm doing color at night against my rules. I know. There we go. Let's do another one. Make this one smaller. And spin that one. And sink that one into the ground. And I love the relation between in stones where you've got one and then you've got another really smaller one. I don't know why, but it just does it. It just always makes it look better for some reason, but I think it needs to be this direction actually. Like that. Yeah. Yes, it's such a huge community of builders, and I love that. That's why I keep saying I know somehow everybody's voted me the best builder. I don't know how that happened, but you all are better than I am. I think you just don't see it. There are some really good builders. There are other people that are so close to being the best builder, all they have to do is tell stories. That's all that's left. Your precise and technical building is beautiful. All you need to do is tell the stories, and you will surpass me by far. I just have experience. That's the only difference between the two of us. Several of us, actually. So I think you guys just keep going. You're doing great. Tell those stories. There's a reason for all these things to be here. Just like I had that guy sitting over there just posed. And that looks so dumb. So I'm turning it into his like little house over there. And he's watching TV. That's a small, tiny little story. But it made it better, I think. That's why I think Juhi and I need to team up together. I think with her technical expertise, and my ideas. Like if I start a theme, she's really good at figuring out the rest part of it. I think that that's really cool. This looks good. I think that rock needs to be a little bit darker though. Not all rocks are the same color. There we go. Maybe this one a little bit darker even so. There we go. Okay, we've got this. We got to put several of these around. In different sizes, of course. You can't have them all the same size or the same rotation, or it's going to look really made up. You want to make things, if you're doing something organic like plants, you need things to look organic. They need to be believable, and plants don't all grow the same size. They don't all have the same pattern. They all just, oh, look at that! It did its bug. Let's see if it's fruit of the poison tree. Can I get this thing turned upside down and moved in place without flipping again? Hopefully. Let's go slow. If I go slow, now it's this next part might flip it back. Let's see. If I just go slow, I can. Now that doesn't guarantee this piece is going to work here because remember, the game decides what the game wants, and it's a possibility that when I log in next time, that piece could be flipped wrong. But not much you can do about it, except when you have problems like this, remember them so you can go back to those areas and double check them because it does happen. I don't like it. It needs to be over a little bit more, which scares me. Yeah, I have an iPad. I did Roblox on I did Adopt Me on the iPad for a while. It's nice. I just prefer it on the computer. That's looking better. And we need some more over on this side. But let's put, before I get all happy with this, let's start building Lord Licorice, because I don't know how he's going to fit in here. And he's not going to just stand there. What is he going to do? I don't want him to be watching TV like the other guy. That's what he's doing. I love this floor. I love and hate it all at once. It just looks mean. Yes. And that's why I think that's what makes me a better builder. It's just because I'm on PC. It's so easy for me just to get things exactly where I want them. What if he's in the, well, we're going to put, of course, but a lot more licorice trees around here. So it's a forest, not just one tree. What if, oh, well, I do know one thing that we need. We need fog. 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 Not that color fog. Let's make it black fog. Black fog. Confirm. Confirm. And this actually does do black fog, which is crazy. You have to be careful. It can be really funky sometimes and not look good because it darkens things up. I've tried. Fog is sometimes amazing, and then other times it's just distracting and stupid. But, oh, come here. Can I get you again? Oh, I can't. Okay, come back out of there. That floor, I swear. Okay. I'm thinking right where he stands. Dupreezy! I haven't seen Dupe in a while. Now, it doesn't matter how big. It doesn't matter how big I make that. It's going to be, remember, it's the same size. It doesn't, you can make things, it get more condensed, but it really doesn't change the size of the effect. So uh so actually I'm going to delete the fog for right now. I'm going to wait until I get him done. I kind of need some ideas. I'm thinking I could put a stone in here, another rock, and just have him. I thought for a minute about making it like a jail, like he's sitting in jail, and he's been banished to this licorice forest. That would be kind of fun. I had to fire Hannah Lynn, and I can talk in private about it with you, but I'm not going to say on here why. So, but the dogs are doing great. Dogs are always idiots, always. Let's see. I have a new caregiver. Her name is Shelly, and she's sitting here watching me not figure out how to build. I think that needs to be lighter so you can see it. Let's. I don't want it so purple though. There we go. That's a little bit better. Bina says hi, Shelly. She's from Kurdistan. What? Oh, she says hi. Yeah. I forget I've got my headset on, so I can't hear you. She's a very good builder. She's amazing. She's from Kurdistan and was completely surprised that I knew where Kurdistan was. It's over by it's over by Syria and Turkey and all of those areas. Almost Middle East, but not quite Middle East. Um, you probably know their name, the Kurds. That's that. They're farmers. They used to be farmers, and in the 80s it was a big thing. I don't even remember what it was. I think they won their. Was it in the 80s you won your independence, Bina? Or you changed hands, maybe. I don't know. But I think you changed government maybe in the 80s. Somewhere around there. But the Kurds were huge in the 80s. That's why we know the name. And I know that they were farmers. She was surprised I knew any of this. But they were huge on the international scale and they didn't know it. Yes. In fact, it should be. Bina, what time is it over there? Isn't this your bedtime, ma'am? I'm going to tell your parents. Oh, I got disconnected. Rude. Oh, was I had I pushed stop editing? No, we'll see what happens. It's almost 10 for her. Yeah, bedtime. You need your sleep, ma'am. You needs it. You're not planning to sleep? Okay. You are planning to sleep. You need your sleep at that age for sure. What are you planning to do other than sleep? What is going? Am I getting? I think I'm just go to my own server if it's going to be funky. Kick me off of my own server, I dare you. Still love. Have you? What do you think of the capuchin monkeys? I think they're adorable. Okay, now I'm back on my own server. I hate being kicked off when I'm boarding building. Bye, Squishy. Sorry. We're over doing Lord Licorice. I still need to do these, but this is super expensive. Each one of these is something like $500 or something like that. So we'll get it done. I just need to have a few garage sales before I finish the tree. What's EID? Ooh, Royal Monkey is nice. I haven't gotten the Royal Monkey yet. I'm also not spending any more money on it because housing. Okay. I'm still kind of thinking jail somehow, but I don't know how to make this. Well, I know how to make it a jail. But he could be in his. He could have been banished to his licorice jail. Oh, okay. Well, do you? Oh, do you have to start? Do you after Ramadan? Ramadan is where you don't eat, correct? It was your last fast. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I could not do the I could not do the fasting. That would break my brain and my belly. I know you're giving it up for a reason and it's really hard though. Man, so hard. What about I've used arrows before. What about an arrow? what if I use signal arrow? Oh, I could use these straight arrows actually. Although the straight, oh, I don't know. Oh, that's so interesting. Like that's a lot to give up. That's hard. I admire you for that. I couldn't do that. What happens if someone has like diabetes or something like that? Doesn't that mess with that, or do they get an exemption? Let's see. What about this? And clone it and flip it. Huh. Maybe. Let's copy that whole thing again. Okay. Huh? I'll eat anything. Nope. I'm not allowed unless they're gonna put squash or carrots on it. Everything's cool otherwise. Yes, don't forget those. Thank you. I'll see you again soon. She's going to go get pizza for lunch. I feel bad because she's new and she's coming at a different time than Hannah Lynn, and it's right in the middle of when I'm doing this, and I feel bad, but she's learning. She is watching though, so. Oh, you know what? I never realized she could walk through those arrows. Did you? I didn't. Hmm. I'll have to think of that sometime for something. So what I'm doing is I'm not warping, I'm not changing the turn for each one. I'm doing it for every two because it seems to be working out well that way. So if I do this and then move it that way. Yeah. Except for I think I wanted some of these down in though. And I can actually that was dumb. There we go. More dubstep. Why does all dubstep sound the same to me though? That part of it always sounds the same. Like it could be Skrillex, it could be whoever. It all sounds the same. Okay, so what I'm thinking, see how this is all lining up? I don't want to push the whole thing down. I'm going to push just this part down for each one that I want to be a different height. There we go. And randomized. So much better. See, doesn't that look so much better than just straight across? That looks good. That's going to look good. And he can sit in there and sulk, Mr. Lord Licorice. Okay, so as long as you are sacrificing. Okay, go get those kiddos. Bye, Pickle. See you soon. So you sacrifice, uh, but not to where it hurts you, is what you're saying. I can get behind that. That's good. I think everybody a little bit of sacrifice is good for everyone at some point. I think in the United States we have everything we need, and I don't think anybody will argue with that. I think we generally, as a people, have everything we need. If we're poor, our government will take care of us. There's food. I mean, you don't have to be. without resources. I mean, they're not the best resources. I myself am not rich, so I can attest to that. But it's at least something. You aren't going to starve if you don't want to. Oh, they have no backsides. Well, those are interesting. I mean, I'm okay with no backsides because we're not going to see that side, but still, weird. Okay. So I think sometimes fasting is a good idea. I myself sometimes def- I deny myself sugar or things like that because I think sometimes it's good to remind yourself that not everybody has what we have. So I do it on purpose sometimes. I don't enjoy it, but it does make remind me that I have a lot more. My life to me feels rough. Like I'm disabled. There's been a lot of, I've had a lot of not great chance in love, that kind of stuff. Not chance, but luck. But I still feel like I'm lucky. Have to remind myself that I have all of these things because of where I was born. So I think we all should practice a little bit of gratitude in our lives sometimes, just as a way to remind ourselves that there's a lot of people out there that don't have what we have. If you're in the United States, or even if you're not, if you're in another country and don't have those things, you never know. So, gratitude. We should all be grateful for the things that we do have. Because there are a lot of people out there that don't even have the basics. So, I will get off my soapbox now. But that's the teacher and me talking. Yeah, we do eat a lot of sugar, and that's why I do it. I deny myself sugar for that exact reason because I eat a lot of sugar, and it's not great for you. Refined sugar is horrible for you. It's more addictive than heroin. Um, this looks really cute, and I love that you can just run through it to go look at them. People may not know that, but we do. Hey, can I sit down on the ground and watch? Yeah, you can. If you really want to sit on these, you can sit on these. Okay, so Lord Lookers, let's build him and then put him back. So I'm going to take his little rock and slide it out because he's going to sit on this rock. He's going to be sitting in there in jail. Does he have any friends on his thing? No, there's a little. What is that gingerbread man eating? I'm very concerned. Hmm. Probably one of his friends. They're cannibalistic gingerbread men. Hey, welcome. Yep, I had to give up caffeine. I gave up caffeine. I do just tea now, and it's usually herbal. Sometimes a little black tea in there, but not much. It makes you feel better. It helps a lot. Okay, so there's this. Does this guy not look like Slimer from Ghostbusters? I just watched Ghostbusters. Oh, he's got like a gingerbread. He's got a gumdrop thing down his back. Weird. These things are weird. I'm making them my own way. They all look real weird. Sorry. Okay, so Lord Licorice, I do like the idea he has kind of like a cape out of licorice. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Let's just make a Lord Licorice guy sitting here. He can't be huge. Did I? Is that where it was? Yes. Okay. So he's big, but he's not huge. Chai is a good one. Chai is really good. Lots of sugar in that though, but I love chai. The sugar in chai though should be honey, and honey is good for you for the most part. Bee vomit is the way to go. Okay. Um, hmm. We have that arrow shapes out front. I want to figure out how to get this arrow tied into his body so he looks like the arrows. I'm gonna figure it out. I think it needs that. Let's give him a true black because he's got to stand out, and he's gonna have some red too. Maybe his body is red. No. Ooh, maybe he's red licorice guy and he's in a black licorice jail for being a red licorice guy. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. Let's make him red licorice. Okay. So our story is the reason he's in jail is because he's Lord Red Licorice and he got put in here. He's imprisoned in the black licorice jail. Maybe they captured him. Oh, that's a good one. I know me and the stories. Okay. Now, what would happen if I clone this and change the color to a regular red? What happens if I move this now? Nothing on that end. Um, whoa. That's a weird shape. Oh! That's kind of cool. What's it? Let's see. I could make... Oh. Now I'm trying to ignore how many, other than fingers, trying to ignore how many pieces I put in here because I want it to in figures, because figures are where it's at for this. I mean, the Candyland is great and everything, but it would just be boring if we didn't have these cute little 3D figures, I think. So I'm relaxing my piece count numbers for the figures themselves. So I'm just building them and not thinking about how much it's costing mostly. Okay, pop it out one. And then I'm going to put it back to that other red. Ooh, I like this stripe look. I do like that stripe look. Isn't that nice? I think it needs one more though. I'm also I just had a really interesting idea. I don't know what it would look like, but we'll find out in a minute. We need this color. Oh, this one. There you go. She went to go get a combination pizza from Pizza Hut. That's gonna do me in. Oh, I love Pizza Hut. Greasy bread. Sorry. Okay, so he's gonna sit here. Kind of looking at his. Nah, don't like his stuff. Okay, now they can either go that way, and this goes up into his body. So this could be in his head and part of his neck. Or I could turn it upside down and just sink it into the rock. That looks like a down arrow. Maybe, let's see what it looks like as an up arrow. Since I'm thinking maybe he's the good guy and the black licorice is the bad guy. So, and I'm not going to put maybe black licorice guy stands out here. Maybe they're twins! One is black and one is red. Oh, yes! Yes, Pizza Hut. Maxie, you and I are simpatico about life. I have a feeling you and I could be best friends. We'd at least eat very well together. Okay. I just like good tasting food. I don't eat a lot of food, but man, sugar. Okay, so like this. Let's clone it again. Oh, what if I do this? Oh, I love it! I loves it! Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay. What if I like it like this, I think. What do you think? Oh, I like the backside too. Arrows, who would have thought? Okay. We're going to see if we can get... He has a really fancy big hat on and stuff. I'm going to see if I can cover this up. He's going to have a thick neck, I think, because I think this is his shoulders. I kind of like that he's skinny, actually. Like a piece of candy. Like, he doesn't have to be all 3D. He can be like a gummy piece of candy. Let's do him out of arrows. Nobody says I can't. Oh, yes. I'm feeling it. I'm getting it. Mr. Licorice here and I are going to be good friends in about 30 seconds, I think. I hope. He does look a little candy-like being 2D. Like Gumby, but different. Okay, so like, he's sitting on here. He's not happy, but let's make this like this. It's almost like armor in a way. It is like armor. Oh, I love this. Brain, you did well this time. I like it. Brain. Sometimes my brain surprises me. I feel like this is gonna work. Shocking, but turn this the other way now. Because this is his knee. But it's not that hard of an angle. You know, I don't hate this lo-fi music at all. Like, it's okay. I'm beginning to learn some of the words and stuff. The dubstep's a little heavy sometimes. I mean, just because it's lo-fi and free doesn't mean it has to dubstep every song. Come on, people. But I don't hate it. Look at this. This is kind of looking good, and I can give him a cute little foot. Now let's have him put his other leg up. So, like he is a real boy. Okay, so if he had his knee up, what would happen? I know what will happen, but this is what's going to happen. When you put your leg up, imagine if you push this leg up, what's going to happen? So I want him to put his foot there. That means that thigh is going to do this because they have to, that point and that point still have to connect because they connect here. So I'm going to clone that. Bodies and body parts were all made symmetrically, and there's a pattern to everything. So as long as you follow that pattern, it doesn't matter whether you make a body out of boots or flesh or whatever you're making out of. If you follow the pattern and follow those rules, it will end up looking humanoid for you. So in this case, I see him as having his leg up. Now see, I think this leg is probably maybe too high. Maybe not, actually. No, I think that looks good, actually. There. Sitting there, and then we're going to put one foot here and one foot there, and he's kind of leaning forward. I see him maybe putting a hand back here, or he has a hand around a knee. Ah, he's got a hand around a knee, and maybe the other hand is just right here. Or his other hand could be waving to get you to come help him. One of those things will happen. I think his feet need to be kind of 3D, though. Let's figure that out. Yeah! For a little licorice guy, he's not looking too bad. Okay, let's make his stuff. We know what we used for red licorice over there, so let's use a couple of those pieces so people know that that's what we're looking for. Okay. And if Shelly makes it back in time for in a half an hour, then I will show a couple more houses. There's what we used for red licorice over there, because it's got a bumpy edge to it. So when you look down on it, see it's got the ridges, and then it's got the two colors. But now I got to figure out. It could be arms, though. Except for I feel like he needs that poof ball that see on his. If you look at the thing, he's got these poofy sleeves that I like that really look like that licorice. I can almost taste what it tastes like. But I think all I need for that is a ball. I'm not crazy about red vines, actually, honestly. Let's do a bevel cylinder, but I think I want it this bevel. to stick with the more rigid. Normally, you know, I do use the small bevel for everything. Oh, that's a medium cylinder. I want the medium bevel cylinder. There. I usually stick with a small one because it's got a really good bevel to it. But I'm switching to this one because I wanted it a little bit more rigid, like the rest of this is. Cover. Oh, I didn't. Whew, I was inside there. That was scary for a minute. Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. There. Now let's take that. See, I like the way the bevels do because look, it's not really warping so much on the end. That's cool. I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. I'm thinking, oops, no. I'm thinking shoulders, arms, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Um, I thought I was going to do a ball sleeve, but I don't think I think I'm going to have this be forearm. So he's got his hand around here. So if this is forearm, let's duplicate that one more time. And because it's bevel, you have to watch the meeting places because it'll leave a seam or a glitched area if you're not careful. I feel like, let's make his arm a because I kind of figure he's in armor, but I think that's, oh, I like that actually. Okay, and then let's do this up here. I think a ball. And we're going to make that in the darker red. And then it's going to have lighter red accents around it. We're got to be careful because everything's blending together here and it's getting kind of hard to tell what's going on. So I'm going to have to make sure that contrast starts to happen here real shortly, or we're not going to see a guy in this. We're just going to see a bunch of shapes and it'll be silly. So big shoulders because it looks like he's wearing armor or something. So he gets big pauldrons. No, pauldrons are gloves, aren't they? I don't know. Gauntlets are gloves. Pauldrons are shoulders. Okay, pull that one forward. I didn't straighten it before I pulled it over, but I can do that. Look, I worked. Okay, that arm's down though, so his shoulders would not be the same. It would be down and maybe he's, I think down and back a little bit maybe. So like that, because your shoulders would not be even if they're not doing the same thing. This one is also, let's make these. No, I like that. Let's grab this one, clone it. And we're going to shrink it. Stub step is very inspiring. I feel so serious while I'm doing this. Okay, you know what? I think we can just make another ball. And push it in. There we go. And he can put his arm around there. And then we just do kind of the same thing for the other side. But I'm not liking, I guess maybe it needs a third color. I don't know. Let's take these though and make these the full shins maybe. Well, come on, you can do this. There we go. Let's push this in here. I think it needs to be bigger. Since it's going into the floor, it doesn't matter how big it is. What does matter is that that stupid bug is happening. There we go. I did make it. Oh, I thought I made it so it didn't glitch on top, but it's not glitching really anyway. This needs to actually Not that far though. Just a little off. See, it's just a little down. And you want to match those angles. If you don't match that angle, it will not look right. And then you'll be unhappy. So I could push it all the way back to be calf, which doesn't look good. I'm going to put it in the middle. Can I push this up into here? Maybe a little, yeah. Let's clone this because I'm going to need another one anyway. Yeah, and I think a ball right there. That's going to look good. My licorice guy is looking somewhat licorice-y. Okay, now we got to match the same angle. Now, unfortunately, oh, this is going to be rough. I didn't think about that. His leg is not going to be that long. Poopy. That I don't think will work. Nope. Nope, nope. It will not work there. Okay, so we're going to have to do smaller pieces than those then. Let's grab this. Let's grab... Now these cylinders don't have the, unfortunately, do not have the ridges on them. Yep, that's all I can do. I was thinking I'd do squares instead, but that won't work. Okay, clone. That's what I was kind of thinking, like, but I guess I could put another rock there that his foot's sitting on. Let's shrink it. Now it's going to have to go that way, so let's push this down a little bit. Like that, and let's twirl it so it's not in the same angle. Okay. Now let's get rid of this. I don't know the song, but I'm singing to it. I'm sorry. Maybe I do think I know this song. I don't know. I'm about to pull out glow sticks and rave on my own. Okay, so since it's going to show right there, I'm going to pull this up. Nope, push it down. Oh, see, this is why I don't like being bounced on. Hey, Winter. Okay, there you go. Ah, cool. Well, welcome. We're getting towards the end here. Half an hour-ish. I'm trying to get this in here, and it's being a booger. I still can't get the Roblox Studio to work. I'm going to have to work on that. Because I really want to make a 3D... I really want to make a 3D hoodie. Well, I have one made. I just don't have it. I just can't. I can probably just send it to my ex to convert for me. He'd do it. I'd do that. Okay. Yeah, I think that does work. Let's see. Yes. Is he looking like licorice? I think he's looking licorice-y. Oops. I targeted the wrong one. That's okay. I can just do this. Okay. Reset furniture. Okay, that's the wrong angle, of course. Pull that out a little bit. The middle is where we're putting it. So around there. Oh, heavy dubstep. I think we've heard this song today. I'm just making it so it looks the same on both sides. Then I'm going to clone it. Did I do the dark one? No. And then just go pink. There. That's looking really good. Part of me wants to do this. Thank you, Winter. Part of me wants to do this clone, but I don't know which direction I have these in. Now, I like it, but what I don't like is that it is, let's delete this one. I could copy it and try to do it, but it's just easier to delete the one. I didn't like the angle that the stripes are going. The stripes always follow the up and down axis. So see the red line here? This is where the stripes are going to go from here. They'll go like that. And that's what I want. So like that. Now if I clone this and make it the darker red and do that. Now they go along with the shoulder. And that looks good. It also looks a little bit like that candy at the front, which I like. I mean, I could actually make it the candy at the front. I could put a shiny ball over it. I might. That's kind of a cool idea. I really like that idea. I'm just making stuff up on my own as I go. Okay, so let's change the location for this one. The direction. Same thing, red it on this one is the same direction. His arm is not going quite that far, but I want it to line up to right here at this point. So that looks about right. Now I'm going to change the color. Oops, to the lighter. And give it a twist. And there we go. He needs a head. I think I will feel him more when he's got a head. Part of me, though, wants it to be a long, weird head. Not gonna lie. I'm like a chiseled chin. Doesn't he have a chiseled chin? Is that? No, he has no chin. No, I want mine to be like a chiseled chin. He's the hero that's locked away in his evil brother's cave. I hope he's gonna fit in there. We'll see. I might have to make him a little smaller. So his face. Let's use, I really did like the edge of this medium bevel cylinder. I like the edge of this. This is a nice clean edge. And of course he has to be, we could make him, I keep making people white or Hispanic or Asian. Let's make him black. I tried to put in different races. I tried to be, the book I drew has every race in there I could think of. I just think that it's fair and appropriate. There's a cute story. I tell everyone this story. I'm going to tell you guys this story too. I wanted to be black when I was little. My best friend, when I was smaller, was black. And she was very, very dark. And when you're very, very dark, your the palms of your hands when you're black can be very light. And being young, and I was probably about 7 years old, I saw that and I thought she had been white and she turned dark. And I was so excited, I couldn't wait till I turned black because I thought her skin was beautiful and I was so jealous that she had the most beautiful brown skin I'd ever seen. And when I found out I wasn't going to be black, I was devastated. Still kind of makes me sad. But, yeah, that's the way the kids' brains think, though. I also used to think that people used to volunteer for tribute to die on TV. Kids are weird. Okay, so he's looking at you straight out this way, but he's sitting sideways, so I'm going to have his head straight here. And that's what the red line is right there. I kind of want his chin jutting, is what I'm thinking. He's going to be a handsome guy. Oh, see, and this makes it look like his collar goes up the back of his head. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Oh, he's going to be a handsome guy. Oh, I had so many things. We were sitting, I was a weird kid. I'm not going to say I'm not weird now. I'm pretty weird now. But When I was a kid, we were sitting on the bus, and I heard someone say, she said the F word. Okay, so being the innocent child that I was, I sat there and went through every F word I knew, and none of them seemed particularly naughty, like frog and fart. Fart was sounded kind of naughty. Maybe that was the F word. I had no idea. The name of my book is Cowlick. And it's about a boy who wakes up in the morning and his mother tells him he has a cowlick. And he goes to school and there are cows everywhere. Mine is the first one. Someone actually went out there and stole the idea after mine. And you'll notice that theirs is very similar. But I couldn't afford to sue anyone. So I just left it. But that's okay. I feel like there's karma. So maybe their life isn't so great. Who knows? But that's why I'm not so mad at people who steal my stuff. It's happened before, and it's, you know, it's the, it's the, it's what do they say? Imitation is the finest form of flattery, and in a way, that's true. I just like to think that they liked my books so much, and it seemed like they have a lot of books, and I think they steal a lot of the ideas. They have something like 30 or 40 books more even than that, I think. So I think they're just borrowing other people's ideas. But I used to have my own publishing company, and I went and did the things for kids at schools and stuff. But then I kind of just got more disabled and just went. And then I found building in Roblox. Now remember, I'm doing noses lighter in this house, and I'm saying that as much for me as it is for you. I'm not going to put it straight up this way because it's going to go pretty orange. So I'm going to have it go sideways like that. So we cleaned a little bit of the orange out of it, um, but lightened up a little bit. With darker skin like this, I can also, see that's looking, I don't think that looks very good actually. That looks really bad. So let's see. It's going to have to be darker. See, this can be an issue. Um, let I chose the right. Oh, that's what started it. I don't even have the right color chosen. That's why. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. There we go. There's the same color. Same thing though. We're gonna go up and over a little bit. There. Better. Like, why was that looking so orange? Same thing. I think it needs to be a little bit lighter. There we go. I mean, the white faces in this, the non-black faces in this are turning, the noses are disappearing completely. So I don't want that to be the case. Because in the dark here, I think that's going to be a case. And I think it's going to be an opposite problem. Let's give him a lovely nose. He's going to be very handsome. I feel like there we go. How's that look? That looks good. And that's about the same. I think this looks too fat. About the same as the king's nose. I think I just made that too big. I don't know though. I like his jutting chin. Um, I think he needs the 5 o'clock shadow also. I kind of loved that about that character. Let's see if we can do that again. Make it look. I mean, I guess he could have been a she also. Okay, so we take the skin tone and we're going to just go straight down with it. And then shove it into the face. Make him look a little bit like Homer Simpson, but that's okay. You know what? This is going to look a lot better when it's daylight. Yes. I still live in Washington. You must have missed the day when my whole address and phone number were listed. But yes, I live in Washington State. I love Washington. It's a nice, normal place to live. This is just not. I think I made it too big. Let's see. Maybe, let's see. I like the square block jaw. I do like that. Maybe this is a chin and not a muzzle. I guess muzzle isn't the right word. What do you call that? Your your teeth. The front part of yours. Not the jaw, but the chin area. I always think of it as a muzzle on Homer. Okay, yeah. That's starting to look kind of good. He needs some happy eyebrows. Let's give him some, it's like painting, kind of in a way. Let's give him some eyebrows. We're going to give him a curved doorway eyebrow. And we're going to give him his, does he have black hair or does he have red hair, being the red licorice guy? I think he has red hair. Ooh, nice. That kind of tells me where you live, so awesome. I used to live up there. Big button. 0930. Oh, did it get it? Oh, you did get it. Oh, okay. I couldn't hear, so my ears are all covered. All I hear is roar, 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 roar. So does he have? Yeah, I think red hair. I think I agree. Let's make it really red though. There we go. He's gonna like this. I just like to see everybody represented. I am from the Pacific Northwest. We are a very tolerant area, which I don't think is a bad word. I think it just means that we want everybody to be heard. Oh, I'm old too. Don't worry about it. Very old. So I'd like to include everyone. I always have. I always felt left out when I was a kid because I was fat. And so it made me a, a seeker of justice. I'm very careful and very um, that everybody gets included. I was that way as a teacher too. I always root for the underdog, so I always watched to make sure because I knew what to look for in bullying. And so I always made sure that nobody in my classroom ever or in my talks, nobody gets bullied, regardless. So, I think, let's see. Kind of want him to look, I don't want his eyebrows to be just straight up and down. I kind of want him to be like in Dire Straits eyebrows. But it needs to be maybe like that. Okay, get this one going that way. And we're almost ready to show her two houses. Okay, let's see. Pull his eyebrow down here so I don't forget it. And tomorrow we'll work more. I'm going to save the 3D figures for you guys because I think you guys like watching me build 3D figures. You become very responsive when I do them. Or when I do any kind of like building as opposed to just decorating. So I will leave all these guys till offline. I know that looks long, but I think after we put these eyeballs in here, I think let's just give him his little black eyes. And nobody call racism. The white guy over there got black eyes also. Everybody's getting black eyes. Please do not yell at me. Okay. We're giving. I think the king got black eyes. I think I gave everybody in this build is getting Adopt Me eyes, as opposed to last build nobody had eyes. So thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, let's go. How's that looking? That looks good. I think I'm gonna give him a frowny face because he's in jail. I don't think he would have a happy face. I feel like his chin. We'll work on him tomorrow. Let's do some more. Let's go look at some houses. Yeah, he needs room for his mouth. There we go. Oh, from the side, he looks so cute. Oh, I love him. What do you guys think? I think he's starting to look adorbs. Oh my gosh. Yes. He's going to be really, I'm going to have to shrink him a little bit. I don't think he's going to fit in this cave. But this is going to be amazing. And then we'll take a similar thing, and I think we'll have his brother outside uh, watching, keeping guard, and he'll be black licorice guy. Oh, this is, see? Do you see what telling stories does? This is about stories, and this is what's going to makes my builds good. And that's the only difference between some of these other people, some of you guys. The only difference is I'm sitting and telling stories. You start to tell stories, and your builds are going to be just as good as mine, if not better. Probably better. Who knows? Because this is new building to me. Some of you people have been building on here since you were like 5. So, so just start telling those stories. They're important. They are super important. And it's fun to sit and think about these things, you know? So, yeah, he's going to look amazing. And I love that I made him black because he looks gorgeous in this outfit. And I just see him. He just looks really good. He needs some red little, I think he's going to get little red, what you call it? I don't know what they're called. Like Coolio has the little, those had, or had, he passed away this last year, I think. Where they poke out in little, I don't know. I always think they look like Frankenstein's electric bolts all over their heads. I think that's what I'll do, but in red. I think that look really cute on him. And also look like more licorice. Oh, I could even make it striped. Oh, we gotta show houses though. Okay, tomorrow, reminder, striped. Remember that. We're gonna make striped. Oh, he's looking really good. I'm proud of this guy. This guy looks good. Okay, this area's looking good. Yeah, see, I like this, putting in the important stuff and then working backwards from there and then putting in the decorating stuff. But as long as all the characters are here, then it's going to look good and work, period. But I think this is a good idea. So everything important gets in and exactly like we want it. And then if we have to suffer on some pieces, it's going to be just little decoration stuff, nothing big. Okay, so let's change houses. Do we have, oh, we do have people in here. Does anybody want to talk and say what house they'd like to see? Um, Pancake Robot's an old one. We looked at Wonderland yesterday. 1950s has just started. Turtle Palace is also an old one. We have Hogwarts. We showed Nightmare. Did we show Nightmare Before Christmas? Oh, no. We have Hogwarts, Nightmare Before Christmas. I showed you the Western one, right? No. What did I show you yesterday? And Titanic. Oh, okay. So we have a Western one. We have Toy Story. You want to see Toy Story? Okay, she chooses Toy Story. You guys choose for what you want for the next one. And if you don't choose, she gets to choose. So we'll do Toy Story. I got to put on my outfit to go. Okay, and I chose, let's see, I'm Barbie for this one. Making a Toy Story outfit was really hard, so I just chose to be Barbie. I chose, this is a toy shop in the house. I actually paid money for that one, but I think I really want to do it because I went over the top on Toy Story. Way over the top. So you've dropped down into Andy's room, and I recreated most of Andy's room. Usually there's a rodeo guy on here, but it didn't need it. And I got the Etch a Sketch saying welcome, and we got Rex and Ham. And if you want to donate to me, you just put it in the piggy bank. Yep, and this is where you take care of your pets. And then we've got got the watch and all of that. And then you go down, let's see, well, let's fly first. Squishy, do you want to do the honors today? No, I think we'll do Princess. Ice Princess. She's so pretty. Oh, I gotta find her. I'm still looking for wings for her. Just so you guys know, if you find cloud wings, I will trade my soul for them. Just letting you know. I need cloud wings. I don't know how much they're worth or whatever, but I will find something to trade you that you want for cloud wings. Okay, so we've got, here's his bed, and I did the side design and all of that. And on Thursday, we're going to come back. I think we're going to come back and do we're going to go back and spiff up our old ones. And I want to put the pictures on the boxes and things like that. And then down here, we've got, what? Well, we can't do Mrs. because this was the first one. So Mr. Potato Head, he has to be by himself. So we've got Mr. Potato Head and the Snick. And then I hate the troll doll. Everybody thinks it looks amazing. It was one of my first ideas, and I don't know, not my favorite. I might rework the troll doll. We'll see. Mr. Potato Head. I like. He's even got the smarmy. Yeah, he's got his whole smarmy look going and everything. And then we've got this guy. And Woody. Woody is going to get a diet this week on Thursday. When I built him, I didn't think that I could take this, shrink it, and make it more narrow. So Woody has a little bit of a hunchback, and that's not the greatest. But Woody's got a decent face for what I had to build it out of. And then we've got the sheep I chose. I actually did cheat a little. These are the sheep from the second movie. Instead of the first. The first movie, they looked horrible. They were awful. If you look at them, they don't even look like sheep. So I did use the sheep from the second movie, but the rest of them, and I didn't know about swirls yet. I'm not sure if I could get them on there though, because that candy is not round, but I don't know. But then we've got Bo Peep's face and she's all excitedly listening to him. And we got Slinky, who I love Slinky. It was really hard to do him. Those are all just plates because there's no spirals in this game. So I did them all out of plates. And let's see. What else is over here? Oh, come here, let's fly. Gotta go see. Yeah, Pixar ball was actually the hardest thing to do in this house. Putting a star on a ball was really, really, as you can see, it doesn't even, I mean, it looks okay. I will probably work on it again on Thursday because it'll drive me crazy. We're probably going to rework. Let's do Toy Story on Thursday and do a little bit of reworking in here to get it going. This is Andy didn't have a computer in his room there, but I wanted to flirt a little bit with the people who created Adopt Me. So I recreated their website on here, and that's their logo, their uplit thing, and this looks just like their website. So well, mostly the picture, of course, I didn't have, so I just put another picture behind there. But yep, I did that because, well, I want them to love me, so they'll give me stuff and for building. We did all this. One of the reasons I even put like diapers up here. If you go up here, here's the lamp that they escaped from. I've got diapers up here and powder and those things. And then you go down here, and my absolute favorite part of the whole house is Buzz and the aliens. And if I get extra money, if someone wants to donate to the Buzz Fund, to the Alien Fund, I will not say no. You know, I usually complain when you donate a lot, but I would really like sometime to have donations in order to make as many of these aliens up behind Buzz as possible. I want him to have rescued like all the aliens from the claw machine. So not just two. I'd like to have some, maybe one falling over here. And then on Thursday, remind me, we need to go back and make his nose lighter, just like the other one. This his nose is not showing up, and now we know that if I do it a couple shades lighter, it will, and that will make him look a lot better. But he's also got a very perfectly Buzz look on his face. And I see I did manage. That is, if you get really super close, I don't think I can get super close. Let's see. I did manage. That is a candy, but because it blends in there, you can't see that it doesn't fit his chin perfectly. But he needed that little curly Q on his chin, so he looks amazing. But yeah, that's Toy Story. It took me This one took me about 3 weeks. It was long because this is completely copying. I didn't get to do anything fun. It's just a complete copy of everything. I even put keyholes on the doors. So it was a lot of work. I'd still like, we're going to go back in. I'm going to put some more coloring on here. This should say crayons, but I got over it really fast. I was getting bored quickly. So, who's, I see someone down there. Oh, Maxie said she'll donate for the aliens. Well, that's very sweet of you. Thank you. But yeah, at some point, so Thursday we're going to fix this up, and then, yeah, it needs aliens falling out of there because I think that would make that. Everybody always looks for Buzz. The first thing they say is, "Where's Buzz?" I said, "You have to find him." And everybody goes flying around because this is the biggest house I've made. Even though a lot of it's empty space, but people don't. The actual house, your actual house size, is this size right here. Yeah, so this is a giant house. It took so much work. But yeah, Toy Story is amazing. Okay, we have enough time for, well, we don't, but I'm going to. I'm going to make enough time for one more house. Does anybody have any house choices? Otherwise, I'm going to let Shelly choose. We also have, in order of those, I also have Avatar. I have Bikini Bottom, if you like SpongeBob. Jurassic Park. Super Mario. We were talking about Super Mario yesterday, and then those two aren't finished. Jurassic Park. Okay, Jurassic it is. She wins. She spoke faster. I love Jurassic Park. You chose correctly. Next time you get up, write Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom on the list. Wouldn't that be? I was thinking of the Last Crusade where he says you chose poorly. That popped that in my head, and wouldn't that be a great build? I can see the great big boulder, like it's gonna. There is a ball in the game that you can put in that rolls, but only I can roll it. But people could go in there and look and be like that, and I could start the rolling ball, and they could get chased by a rolling ball in an Indiana Jones house. That one just went to the top of the list for the next one, straight to the top. Wouldn't that be an amazing house? Oh, that's top of the list. Indiana Jones is next. I don't. Freddy Fazbear? Oh, yes. People ask me. Now, I keep a really. Now, I've wondered. I've been asked several times to do Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, the story of Five Nights at Freddy's. I played it once, and I was playing it on my phone in the bedroom, and I'm sitting there next to my ex, and we're playing, and I'm doing that. And when his little face gets in the screen, I literally threw my phone. I was like, "Ah!" And the phone hit the wall, and I broke it. So I got grounded from Five Nights at Freddy's after that. But usually I do G rated, but there's nothing gory in Five Nights. No, and there's nothing. But I can make it not gory. True, but there's nothing. There's nothing really even in gory. It's just a scare. Well, the movie, yes, but we won't do the movies. Whoa, that was horrible. I kind of liked it, but I hated it. But I could do Five Nights at Freddy's because it's just gonna look like a junky Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. So, and if they're too young, if they look at it and don't know what it is, they aren't going to know what it is if they haven't played the game, because otherwise it's just going to look like a Chuck E. Cheese ish. So yeah, I think Five Nights at Freddy's would be a fun one. Okay, let's get off the ride for this one and put Princess away. And then we'll do this and call it. Oh, I'm in my wrong house. I have to put my outfit. Time for the 90s. That's kind of what I wore in the 90s. I have the messy up ponytail, but I put mine up higher because I thought it made me feel preppier. Yes. So we've got garbage cans and a mega cockroach changing colors. I think there must be something toxic in there. You can't go down here, but it makes it look like you can go off into pet land over there. Um, we have, did that look wrong? Oh, nope, it's right. Uh, we've got a taxi cab in the no parking zone, which is quite accurate. And we have an alley cat who's over here making air biscuits. Oh, I forget when I do this. This is my new thing, and I'm trying to remember to do this so we don't see all the buttons, so we can see things nicely. An alley cat with a dumpster. And then the movie is Jurassic Park 3D. So this looks like every movie theater. Doesn't it make you want to go to the movies? Exactly. I and this when I go in here, I'm at nostalgia. This is exactly the 90s carpet people. I'm not lying. It's scary how well this looks. How good. That was incorrect. These are our little grinding areas. You can eat popcorn and play piano and do all that. So I can do, what did I say? There's 3 times 5. There are 15 pet areas in this house, which is not too bad. And then people thought in my movie theater, come in and think that's a picture, and it's not. It's 3D, so you can actually go into the movie theater, into the movie. Yeah. So now you look back and there's the movie theater. I always like that view too because it's so kind of creepy, like weird. I don't know. Now I could not. I had almost half the park built. I had Nedry's death in here and all of that. I ran out of pieces, so I had to cut a whole bunch of the park out. So we only get this part of the park for here. We get the sign, and then I have the where you come in with the helicopter, and I took a regular car here and built it into a Jurassic Park car. And then when you go in here, we have a dinosaur. And when dinosaurs ruled the earth, when the sign falls down at the end. And then you can, for the kids, and well, it's not just the kids, I've seen everyone do it. I have on here, if you don't have this, you can actually sit down and ride the dinosaur. And it's another one of my places where you can take screenshots and have a picture of your character on the dinosaur. And everybody gets up here, and then they put your pet behind you, and then you take a picture. So I like to do that for the kids because I kind of know how kids think because I'm kind of a kid. And when he comes in, when he comes in, he breaks up the stuff that was already there. So that's what all those pieces are. And then back here, we can't go into here because I ran out of pieces, but I made these little guys move. And that was the restaurant. So I'm hoping one day when their equipment gets better, they will raise the item limit. And if they do, I will finish this house. It'll be the first one I finish because I want all the rest of that in there because I had it halfway built. So when you come down here, though, I have all this down here built. So you go in here, and here's the bingo Dino DNA. So I'm really proud of this. He looks amazing. He is spot on. That's exactly, even from the side, I did such a good job on him. He looks good. And that's the little ride thing. And then when you go in here, this is the thing, and you've got you didn't say the magic word, and he's in there in his fat Elvis outfit. Oh, there he is with his little fat Elvis. It says he didn't say the magic word, and he's got Doritos and red vines and garbage all over the floor because he was messy. And then you go in here, and this is the room where he pulled out the ice, where they keep the samples. And then someone gave me this amber bone and claw, and it fit so perfectly into this build that I just kind of made it look like it was part of that. And then you go in here, and this is the Life Finds a Way. And these are, in the game, these are fossil eggs. So people are always very impressed at this part because they're expensive eggs that people always hatch, but mine are unhatched and will stay that way. And then we've got a little guy hatching here. And then wasn't in the movie, but we have in the game when you take 4 pets and you squish them together, they glow. And so this is my how pets are made. Glowing pets. It's really not how it's made, but I've got these dinosaurs being glowed, and then there are these two are in here, so I don't know what this machine does, but it's doing something. And then in the little nursery thing, we've got these little eggs that are hopping, and I made these little teeny dinosaurs that are hatching in there. But that is Jurassic Park. And if it if they ever raise the limit, I think I've still got about 500 pieces left in the house. It's not enough to do anything. I was starting to try to finish the dining room. Couldn't do it. In fact, I think it's still in there. Let's see. I think I can run through this wall. Yeah. Yeah. See, I have a whole area for the dining room. And I pushed these through the wall on purpose. And I was going to mirror the pets through here. So you see it on this side too. And then I was going to put the dining room in here. I ran out of, whoops, I can't do that. It's this one. I ran out of pieces. So if they ever increase the item number, this is the first house I go back to. Because I love it. I put so much work into this stupid building. I had to build each one of those by hand, but make it look organic. It was hard. It was so hard. But anyway, so on that note, let's go here. Guys, gals, and everyone in between. The rainbow cloud. Are there rainbow cloud wings? I was just wondering if there were cloud wings. I thought that were in that box. All I've got the cupcake sprinkle wings. You know, I haven't tried those on her. I might try that after bed. Anyway, okay. Guys, gals, and everyone in between, you better keep building because I'm definitely going to keep building because I got so much to do. And I want to get to the Indiana Jones house because I had the best idea ever. So let's get going. I will talk to you later. I'm glad you joined me, and I'll see you tomorrow.